Hello, thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos, and today we are looking at linear inequalities, level 1. And these are linear inequalities where we solve basically just uh, three-step equations, but instead of being equations, it's inequalities. So let's take a look at a few examples. So just to review, when I taught how to do um, three-step equations, and you have a variable and a number or a constant on the left, and you have a variable and a constant on the right. This was my theme here, where you do the numbers to the right and letters to the left. The numbers to the right and letters to the left. So same thing here. The only real difference between the inequalities and equations is that when you divide by a negative, you got to make sure you remember to swap the inequality around. So we'll look at a few examples here. Here we want to solve for t. We're going to move the numbers to the right and letters to the left. So I'm going to start by adding 6 on both sides here, and make sure you add it to the other constant, the one without the variable. And then just keep moving here. Same sign, find the sum. 7 plus 6 gives you 13. And now we're going to move the letters to the left, or the variable term to the left. So now we're going to do the opposite of adding 10 and subtract 10t on both sides. Different signs, find the difference. 10 minus 7 is going to be negative 3t less than 13. Okay, so now you're going to do the last step, which is divide by negative 3 on both sides. And here you get, okay, just one second. Okay, you'll have you're dividing by a negative, so you're going to swap the inequality around. And this looks like I3, but it's just 13. Don't pay attention to that little dot there. And then you're going to swap the inequality around, and you look to see if the 3 can go into 13, or if it can be simplified. If it can't, then you just leave it as it is and have it say t is greater than 13 over negative 3, because we swapped the inequality around. So on these, on delta math, sometimes they don't come out even. So you're just going to leave it as a fraction. Let's take a look at a few more. Alright, so again, we want to move the letters or the numbers to the right and the letters to the left. We're going to add 3 on both sides. 4 plus 3 is going to get us 7. Bring everything else down. Now we're going to subtract 9b on both sides, moving the letters to the left. 5 and negative 9, different signs, find the difference. We subtract, we get negative 4b is greater than 7. 9 is bigger, so we leave it negative. Now we're going to divide again by a negative, so we're going to swap the inequality around, and we get b is less than 7 over negative 4. Now let me make this point. It doesn't matter if the negative is on the 4, on the 7, or in between the two. As long as you only got one negative when it's negative, then you're fine. Alright, let's take a look at another example. Okay, so we've got negative 9g minus 8 is greater than or equal to 3g minus 9. Okay, we're going to do the opposite. We'll move the numbers to the right. We're going to add 8 on both sides. Negative 9 and positive 8. That's going to get us a negative 1. We'll bring down the 3g, bring down the negative 9g. Move the letters to the left. Subtract 3g. Make sure you always do the opposite. Alright, now we got the same sign, negative and negative, so we find the sum. 9 plus 3 is 12. Negative 12g. Alright, we're going to again divide by a negative here. So we're going to swap the inequality around. And here you got a negative divided by a negative, which is a positive. So we change it to positive. Oh, should have had this line right here. This off. A positive 1 over 12. So it's less than or equal to. And the reason this is positive is because we had 2 negative signs, so we just leave it positive. Alright, let's take a look at our last example here. Alright, so again, we're going to move the numbers to the right. We're going to subtract 9 on both sides. Same sign, find the sum. -5 and -9 is going to get us -14. Bring down the 5b, bring down the b. You can look at that as 1b. Alright, now we're going to subtract 5b on both sides, like so. Moving the letters to the left. Different signs, find the difference. 1b and -5b, you get 4, and keep it negative because the 5 is bigger. -4b is less than -14. Okay. Now we're going to divide that -4 off here, and you'll end up swapping the inequality again because it's negative, and the final answer will be positive. But if you look at 14 over 4, that could be simplified. So you got to check to make sure that it could be simplified. This simplifies the 7 over 2, okay? And it's going to be positive. If you're not sure on how to do that, you can take a look at a multiplication table like so, okay? And you got 14 and 4, and you could figure out, okay, what number goes into both of these. And you can say, I think 2 goes into both of them. And you look at 2 and go down here and find 4 and 14. Basically, you want to find the biggest number on the top line here that can have both the numbers that you're looking at, 14 and 4, up under them. Okay, there's no number bigger than 2. So you got 4 and 14. Then you look to the right here, and you'll see that, okay, the 4 turns into 2, and the 14 turns into 7. So I got changing the 14 to 7 and the 4 to 2, and that's how you get your answer. But that's it. Kind of long video there, but that is solving inequalities, linear inequalities, 3-step process there, level 1. I want to thank you for checking out Mr. Ware's videos. Have a nice day.